All right, guys, a very quick video. The reason is, finally got my hands on this. Pibb Extra. You might be thinking, who the fuck cares? It's Pibb Extra. You can find them everywhere. No, you can't. Because as of October this year, 2025, Pibb Extra is gone, like completely. Been replaced by the new Mr. Pibb. What is the difference? Is there a difference? I don't know. The history behind Mr. Pibb is not that interesting. Their first formula they brought out in Waco, Texas, at the same town that they created Dr. Pepper. They called it Peppo, and they got sued by Dr. Pepper for the name, so they called it Mr. Pibb. You can find out if it was named after a guy. Now, Mr. Pibb was on the shelves for quite some time. They did call it a kind of a spicier cherry, but they rebranded it in 2001, and they called it Pibb Extra. They called it a spicy cherry. I believe that there is cinnamon in this that gives it its spice. But if you know anything about cinnamon, real cinnamon is not spicy. It's more floral. The spicy cinnamon is actually cassia. So if you think of this as kind of a cassia cherry soda. Okay. Now, they brought this one back out, Mr. Pibb. I don't know why. And I have to say, it's like the new Pepsi logo. It just bothers me. It's not good. It's that kind of fake AI, kind of shit, kicking cherry soda. Okay, so I kind of debated which one I wanted to do first. This just arrived today, so I had a hard time finding these. Amazon, you can still get them. I believe you can get like a 12-pack, and it's like well over $30. Good luck trying to find them on Soda Emporium and the other one, Beverage Direct. They're hard to find now. They have pulled them completely off the shelves. Like, no gas stations, Publix, Walmart carry them anymore. They scooped them up and got the Mr. Pibb out, which is mind-boggling, because there will be Mountain Dews from like the holiday seasons going on for months, and yet this comes out and they pull it. It's kind of like the Starlight. They pulled Starlight so quickly off the shelves when Dream World came out. I mean, like, there was nothing left of them. But yeah, but let's look at Pibb Extra real quick. I mean, yes, the can is completely decimated. I mean, it's been through the mill. I'm really hoping that it has not damaged any of the carbonation that's in it. It is in date. This does not expire until 2026 of July, so. But about Pibb, I never drank Pibb growing up. I do not remember anyone in my family ever getting Pibb. We were a Dr. Pepper family, and that was kind of rare. No one in my school drank Mr. Pibb. I mean, it was kind of like, I always thought Mr. Pibb was kind of that budgety soda, kind of like a Walmart brand. And it wasn't until I actually got into Soda Chat that I kind of paid more attention. But getting rid of Pibb Extra. And for a while there, I think at Krispy Kreme's, that they did have Pibb Extra in their fountains, but they got replaced by Barq's root beer. So, yeah. It wasn't a big flavor. It wasn't a big spender. So I cannot remember ever drinking a Pibb at all. And I'm old enough to remember when Mr. Pibb was out before Pibb Extra. I just don't. I honestly don't. The can itself is very, that 90s, 2000 type of, font, that kind of in your face, kind of like how the old Cherry Coke sodas cans used to look. It's that kind of retro look. I love it. This one's just been through the mill. It's just artificially flavored spicy cherry soda. A product of Coca-Cola, so I don't know. Let's do it. Ugh, so there is some type of, it's got a good carbonation on that. All right. Got a great head on that. That's almost like a root beer foam. That smells like a spicy cherry. And it does not smell like Dr. Pepper. Now that the fizz is dying down, you can barely smell it. Speaking of, at Krispy Kreme last year, they did the Dr. Pepper spicy Dr. Pepper donut. The spice that they used, we actually had that for a little while. It was so intense. Like, I don't know if you can buy it by itself, but you mix that, it'll burn your tongue. It was so intense. And the recipes they gave us were so harsh, people just wouldn't buy them. We had to cut back so much of that spicy cherry flavoring. So this is the spicy cherry. So, all right. It just tastes like a watered down Dr. Pepper. That intensity of that spicy cherryness, and when it was foaming up, just completely dissipated. I am getting that cherry. I'm not getting any spice. And I just don't know. This is in date. So either these last few Pibb Extra drinks, they were really cutting back on the ingredients. Dr. Pepper has more of a punch. And especially their cherry Dr. Peppers have more of a bite to them. This is very disappointing. I can see why that they want to discontinue this, but is this going to be the same thing? Well, I mean, like I said, it's a refreshing soda. Yeah, just kind of sad. All right, let's try Mr. Pibb. And by the way, when I got these off of eBay, which there is a seller that is still selling these for like $10, you get two, so $5 a soda. A little disappointing. All right. Now, the Mr. Pibb, like I said, I can't stand this font. It's so ugly. And they had to say, new look and kickin' cherry soda. Recycle me, Mr. Pibb. Yeah. The black cap almost threw me off. I thought I had gotten the sugar-free one, but I think the sugar-free one is a red cap. Be careful of that. But otherwise, yeah, I just don't like the font on this. I really don't. I would not buy this. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't buy Pibb anyway. All right, a kickin' cherry soda. All right, it's not a spicy cherry soda, but we're going to call it a kickin' cherry soda. Well, this doesn't smell like anything. It doesn't have any type of smell. It does not have a cherry smell. It just smells like a very bargain-bought soda. Whereas the Pibb Extra really made you kind of smell the cherry and the spice before the foam died. This has hardly any foam. It doesn't have a scent. Not a very good sign. And I'm not getting anything. This is just not even Coke. If this is from the Coca-Cola company, there's not even a Coke flavor to this. This is just a cola. This should just be known as Mr. Cola. But they can't because we've already reviewed Mr. Cola. There's no flavor. There's no cherry. There's no kickin'. There's nothing. Okay, well, that's a big disappointment. And Coca-Cola, I don't know what the hell you're doing. If you were actually going to keep a decent soda, I would go back to the Pibb Extra formula other than this. Or modify this, because there's no flavor. It's just cola. It's like when you go to Publix and you see their Publix brand cola. That's what this is. And I think the Publix brand is probably better. So, okay, that was kind of really disappointing. Pibb Extra, guys, you're not going to be able to find them anywhere unless you order them offline. And eBay and Amazon are the only places that I have seen them. eBay is the only place that you can get 2 of them. You're going to be paying some money for them. I would get them now because they're still in date. Once you go out of that date range and you want to collect sodas, it's going to be a lot harder, not paying a lot of money for them. Kind of like how the Deep Dive and the Cake Smash Mountain Dew were. I coughed up a pretty penny for those. I finally was able to get the Pibb Extra. It did take me a while. I was so convinced when I went to Manila that I did not need to get this. I had already bought Mr. Pibb, but I didn't get the Pibb Extras when they were still out. So when I got back, I went everywhere. And then I got kind of desperate because I'm like, I want to compare the two. Because I've never had them. So in the end, I'm going to say Pibb Extra wins. Because there's more of a flavor. Otherwise, these are 2 really crummy sodas. I'm not trying to be mean about it. The Pibb needs work. I get it. It's their prototype of this soda. Eventually, it's going to modify itself. They're going to change the recipe without telling anybody. Or there'll be a backlash of the Pibb Extra fans, and they'll go back to that. Or they'll just have both of them. I think that's a good idea because both of these sodas don't taste like anything. If you're going to have a spicy cherry soda, have it spicy. Have it bite your tongue. This, a Kickin' Cherry, has no flavor. And that's it, guys. Thank you for joining me. Like I said, this is a very quick video. I had just got these in the mail. I was just, might as well get it over with. The Christmas special will be probably our last soda chat of the year. The Christmas one. I haven't decided yet. If we do a New Year's Eve one, I have two in mind. One is expired, and one is kind of teetering on the edge of expired. I just don't know what I want to do with them as of yet. I know the one that is expired, might as well get it over with, because it's just gonna get worse through the longer you wait, and it's not in a can, it's in a bottle, so you'll see what I'm talking about. Christmas special, I am, kind of happy about it. I did have to order something through the mail. The other ones are ones that you can get at Publix, the other one that you can get anywhere. So if you can think of what they are, drop a line. But that's it, guys. Pibb Extra is dead. Mr. Pibb new look is out. I'll see you next time. Okay, so Pibb Extra, very bottom of the rankings here. So the logo is probably the only thing that's going to be high with this because it's that very 90s, early 2000s vibe to it. I love it. I miss the way that cans actually looked with this type of font and this type of creation, and they're pretty much gone with this AI crap. 6. The aroma is, it's just in no man's land. It kind of gives off a good scent of cherry, but if it's going to be a spicy cherry, you should be able to get that in your nostrils. It should pinch. It should be like, whoa, are you sure about that? 5. And as for the flavor, it's just not strong. I mean, there are better cherry sodas out there that actually can give a kick, and that's Dr. Pepper. 3 overall. 4. Mr. Pibb. I'm just going to say Mr. Pibb 2005. So the label is garbage. I hate it. I hate that font. It just pisses me off. Kind of like the Pepsi logo. I've ranted about so many times. Like the Mountain Dew logo, absolute trash. This is absolute trash. Yeah, I didn't even point this out, but the Pibb, the I in it is just Pibb with the exclamation point as the I. It's so tacky and stupid. 2. The aroma is high on this one because it's still in that no man's land, but it kind of is a false welcoming. It's not what you're going to get. It has a hint of cherry in it. There's no kick into it. 4. And as for the flavor, it's nothing. It is just a bargain cola. No flavor, no cherry, absolutely nothing. I would never buy this again. 1. Coca-Cola, please do better. Overall, 2.